It's a brand new year. 2019 is the year of knowledge. I just woke up. I look like crap, but I don't care because you're here and I have to talk about something. So I just read this article called Surprising Changes That Will Affect Biodiversity in 2019 by the Scientific American. It came out December 27th. So very recently, and they're talking about the 15 emerging trends that will significantly influence plants, animals, and ecosystems for better or for worse. But I've been reading through it and it all sounds really bad. I'm just gonna go through my top 5 right now. Number 1, Antarctic seafloor. So the Antarctic ice is melting faster than what we thought, which means that there's going to be changes in CO2, and they're saying potentially this could mean stimulating plankton growth, which is good for the environment. Plankton gives us oxygen, but they're saying that changing how ecosystems function in the area could also affect the ecosystem, like the domino effect of how it's going to continue and how it's going to have consequences on other ecosystems around that. Number 2 is more than ever mercury. It's kind of scary. Mercury is not good for our brains or reproductive functions. The mercury is actually coming from the permafrost thawing so quickly that there is a 1.8 tons of mercury being released into the water cycle that transports and to other distant locations around. So like I said, it's going to have other effects on the ecosystem. Number 3, plastic solutions as a problem. Plastic, we know, we are just inundated with plastic every day. We go to the market, we go to the grocery store, and you'll see every one of our products is packaged in plastic. And then from there, we take our plastic home in a plastic bag. So we are only accumulating more waste every day, and it's becoming overwhelming. Our waters and our ecosystems are filled with plastic. They're eating plastic. What are we eating? We're eating plastic. We're coming up with solutions, but it's really only benign substitutes. They're not even good substitutes. It's really just coming up with heavier plastics so we can reuse that heavy plastic bag only to throw it out later. So it's really not solving a problem because we're not thinking about that full life cycle and implications that plastic bag or that heavy plastic bag is going to contribute in the long run. These plastics, now we're thinking about alternatives. Okay, so maybe we make our plastic bags out of corn or another substitute that is harder and sort of eco-friendly. But really, they're saying that this ecosystem could be affected by these new substitutes that are going into our system, which really hasn't been tested in the long run. So we have to start thinking in terms of reducing our plastic, reducing our products. And so minimalism is great. Thinking about your products in a way where it is at the purest form. You know, we don't need to buy our soap in a plastic bottle. We can get it as a bar of soap. It's pretty simple. It's a simple switch. It's just in our mindset. We're always thinking in terms of our convenience and what is the easiest for us, you know, because bringing a jar to go get it filled up at a bulk food or getting our soap in bulk could be, you know, a bit of an inconvenience. I know that was a really long rant about plastic. I'm very passionate about plastic waste. Number 4, sunscreen switch out. Sunscreen is contributing to the coral reefs bleaching, and all of these chemicals are getting into our water systems. So What they're trying to do is come up with another alternative, but from the alternatives come also consequences. There's other ways of protecting yourself from the sun. How about an umbrella? Yeah, we really need to talk about maybe a DIY solution, because you can find SPF in coconut oil, beeswax, and zinc powder. So stay tuned for that. Later this year, we're going to be uploading a DIY on that. We need to always look for new solutions. Our own, actually, because the industry is not going to help us. The industry just wants to sell products. I would have to say the last one, which is really kind of interesting and maybe not so, to our Western world, it's probably not so much an issue, but it is more of a concern. A new river for China. A massive new irrigation channel has been proposed for northern China. So this basically has potential to impact ecosystems in the vicinity and far beyond. So this water system, it carries about 60 billion metric meters or 2 trillion cubic feet of water per year. The channel would have tremendous implications on the environment and biodiversity along its route. So this could really change the water systems from downstream. So India, Bangladesh will all be affected. When we're trying to play God and we're trying to manufacture solutions by trying to cover up a problem, we're not really coming up with a solution. They're saying that this water system could also affect climate and even increase the frequency of earthquakes. So what can we do in the future? We can really just educate ourselves and band together. We can take these points and use it as inspiration to educate other people and fight against these policies that have been put into place, fight against our companies that are just coming up with bandages for a problem and not really a solution. We need to start thinking about a low-impact lifestyle. Plant-based diet, low-impact living, reducing your waste, and minimalism in general. So thinking about quality rather than quantity. It's really that simple. Going back to the simple life that we had before this massive industrial revolution. The beauty industry has contributed to so much plastic waste, and just think about all the other plastic waste in every industry. So it's really just getting overwhelming. So what we can do is choose companies that are implementing sustainability in their business plans. So in their philosophy and their values and in how they think forward. Really just do your research and we can help each other out by spreading the word. And I feel that knowledge is the first step to changing ideas in society. So if you want to follow me, that would be great. Actually, you should follow me. So the channel is called Lateral Trend. I want to incorporate all of my passion. Eco-culture is a topic that I will be covering a lot. I will be teaching you about sewing, because knowing and understanding how your fashion is made really gives you that awareness how your clothes are being produced. The Cool Hunter is coming, hunting out those really cool people that are doing amazing things in sustainability in this amazing eco-culture that is kind of developing. It's flourishing. I will be traveling to Peru at the end of the month, so stay tuned for that and all of our travels. So subscribe to this channel, Lateral Trend, and you can stay tuned for all of our new developments, all of my vlogging that I'm gonna do, and all of my ranting, which is, it might inspire you and you might just get as frustrated as I am. and you want to do something about it. Take action. If you like this video, subscribe, give it a thumbs up, and I'll see you in the next video. Thank you.